guys, Crispy here. And in the last episode, you'll remember that we found all the watchtowers on this side of the map and all the upgrades, and we also delivered the metal planks to the fallen power line here. So this episode we're going to go up this side of the map. We're going to try and go for these watchtowers here. So this is our first stop up here. So from here we want to go through here, turn right here. Now this road here is a huge pain, so it's going to take us a bit to get through it, but a little paystar can do it. I know he can. Right turn up here. This first part of the dirt track is not too bad, it's more so around the corner. Put all-wheel drive on. You'll see this road here is covered in water and deep mud. So we're going to put it into low, turn the diff lock on. And there's a reason that these power lines are here. Basically, because this road is so easy to get stuck on, you need something to winch onto. So we can use these power lines. So hopefully the little paystar can plow through it. It's doing well so far. So yeah, if you bring the fleet style, or even the GMC that the tutorial gives you, you're going to be here for about 15 minutes. Trying to like winch your way out, get other vehicles to try and pull or push. But as you can see there, didn't need to winch, and the paystar just plowed through the mud. And that is why this truck is amazing. Right, so we can turn the diff lock off and back into auto. We can head up this way. We can try and find the location of the next watchtower. So going up to this next marker is as far as we can see on the map, I believe. So we'll go up here, we'll check and see how much further we can see. And hopefully this is the road that takes us to the watchtower. Steadily make our way across. Okay, so we've hit a T-junction. So, based on this map, you would think of going this way and thinking that maybe it goes up that and then down or circles around to there. I believe, based on memory, that this path leads up to the top of a mountain and the watchtower is on the other side of the mountain. So we're going to head this way and then left up here, and hopefully this road here takes us to where we want to go. Now this is all because I've done this map in my Twitch playthrough. So the first time I did this map, I did go up that road, and I ended up doing a mission up there, which took a while because I kept flipping my ute, because it was a scout mission, and I didn't have this truck. So yeah, right over there is the warehouse, which you can see the tarmac road to the right, that leads straight to the warehouse. So that's where we're going to have to go to get the concrete blocks for the fallen power line. we've hit another T-junction. I believe it's left. Yes. So if we go left here, that'll bring us to another T-junction, and this road looks like it's going closer towards the watchtower. I'm pretty sure that's the road that leads to the watchtower. So let's head that way. Now this road can be pretty tricky as well, especially if you're carrying heavy loads and you don't have this truck. But we should be fine to plow through. Without really even getting a bit of speed uphill, off-road. Up here. I noticed I went slow around those boulders and sort of positioned it so that it didn't hit the front wheel. So the slower we can go when we hit like boulders and rocks, the better. Watchtower opened. Roadblock discovered. King of the Hill discovered. Mountain bridge discovered. So here we can see mountain bridge. We need to build a bridge here. There's an upgrade down there. Roadblock over here, and that looks like, and King of the Hill here, which is the path that I took the original time. That is actually a scouting mission that takes you up here, and I believe it takes you up here as well. So we want to go to this watchtower next. Now theoretically going through here and going across the bridge here would be the easiest route to get to that watchtower. Alright, but we don't have a bridge there, so let's just quickly check our tasks. No, yep, tasks here. Which one is it? Mountain bridge, that one there. It requires metal planks and concrete blocks, so not worth getting done yet, but we will get it done soon. Oops, spin that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back down here, we're going to turn left here, and I keep pressing the wrong mouse button. Then we're going to turn right here. Now this is deep mud here. I quite often got stuck here when I was using the Fleet Star, especially if I was carrying a load, but the Pay Star just goes straight over it basically. Then we want to go that way, and then that way, and that should take us straight to the watchtower. If we go like that, and then like that, that should be the simplest path there. Alright, so let's head backwards. Which we probably shouldn't be going backwards, but we got load. And if you're ever going downhill, or like I was just then about to hit that rock and I put the brake on and the truck was still sliding, just whack your handbrake on. That's going to give you more stopping power. Because there are, especially when you're carrying like a tray with cargo in it and then a trailer on the back with more cargo, or a big semi-trailer or something full of cargo, it can be quite difficult to stop when you're going downhill with that load behind you. Yeah, around about here I'll just stop. This is about where I'd get stuck with the other truck, and this one just keeps going. So if I haven't said it enough in the last video, in the video before. You need to buy this truck. It is a godsend. Alright, so straight over here we want to chuck a right, and then I believe it's a quick left. Yep. So we can essentially go straight like that, and then hook to the left here. Yeah, up this hill. It has no trouble going up this hill. None at all. Right, so we've made it to the peak here. I'm going to knock down these fences because we want to get through to this watchtower. Now here might be a bit more dangerous. As you can clearly see, there's no path that leads to here from where we have come, but we managed to get the watchtower safely. Alright, so it showed us a wooden bridge, I believe. Wooden bridge task that we have to complete. Yep, new objective discovered, wooden bridge. So, if we get rid of that, it's showing us an upgrade here. And the wooden bridge here. So we need to build a bridge between these 2 points. Which I believe is just lumber. Wooden bridge, wooden planks here. So it's going to be very easy to complete this wooden bridge from this side, because we can go straight to the lumber mill, straight across here, and then hand it in here, which will build the bridge there. So that's pretty easy. I believe the first time I did it, I went from the lumber mill and went around here because I thought it was safer, and it took me ages to get there. But I know the little pace I can get across here with no dramas. Alright, so here as well, there's a truck that we can actually claim, and it's on the way, so that's fantastic news. So we're going to come down here, we're going to chuck a left and then a right, and then here we're going to chuck a left, and then we're going to go to here when we then go off-road. So about there, and then I'm just going to mark the truck. Right, so when we claim that truck, we're going to see what condition it's in and if it's suitable to be driven back, and if it is, that's what we'll do. If not, we'll tow it to like here and then recover it later as we go to the watchtower. So we'll go to the watchtower after we see what condition this truck is in. I'm not even pumping the accelerator at all here, I'm just tapping on the brake. And we can go straight across this dirt here. Get to here. That was a bit too harsh to the right. Alright, so we're doing well. Okay, yeah, here's that big roundabout sort of circle on the map. Here we go off-road. Just up here. So, now these stumps we're going to have to watch out for, we don't want to drive into them. So they're going to do damage to the truck. But the rest of these bushes and small shrubs we don't need to worry about too much. So this is one of the free trucks that the game gives you. So what we have to basically do is just get to it. If we get in range of it, it'll allow us access to the cabin. And then we can see what condition it's in. There we go, new truck discovered. So we're going to brake there. Change truck. So we now own this truck. Okay, the engine's completely busted. Fuel level is 0. So this truck needs to be completely recovered. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna recover it with the Paystar. But we're just gonna basically get it to that site where the roundabout area was. Alright, so we're gonna attach a winch to it. Water damages the truck. That's fine because it's fully damaged anyway. Alright, so we're going to take the handbrake off. We have to close the functions. And we're going to just reverse. We're going to try and pull this thing out of here. I'm going to activate the winch. Slowly moving. So we'll release the vehicle there. We'll try and back up a bit. Try and get that winch behind us. We're going to have to do that manually. Right, apparently there's no winch spot for that. Alright, let's go to that one. Let's pull the vehicle back. So we'll go back a little bit further than we need to, just to get back onto an appropriate direction. Here. Alright, and stop there. Attach the winch. Now I'm just pulling with the handbrake on. Just slowly pulling us towards the truck, but mainly it's pulling the truck out of the river. So yeah, this truck here that we're recovering, I didn't actually look very much into when I did the Twitch playthrough. I just sold it because I needed the money at the time. Alright, so let's try and back up a bit. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. So the vehicle is going to be a lot harder to tow while it's damaged and out of fuel. And since we are playing this more realistically, it might be better for us to install some repair and refuel attachments to the back of the Paystar. Because then we can repair the truck and make it easier to tow. So let's attach the winch there. We should have a bit more power going forwards, hopefully. Unless the truck gets stuck on something. It looks like it might be stuck on that log there. So let's try a different angle. We're probably going to have to go ahead and skip time in a minute too. It is starting to get a little bit darker. And I realised I did that like the longest way possible. Right, so we're going to brake there. And attach the winch. There she goes. Slowly coming. Attempt to pull it out and get it as close to the road over there as we can, and we'll come and recover it later. Then the other option is we can put a heavy crane on the back of the Paystar, and we can just tow it back completely broken down, which might be a better option. So for now, we'll just put it on the side of the road here. Just like that, and we'll come back for it later. Alright, so we want to head to this watchtower here, and I believe we need to go up through here to explore more of the road to see where we need to go. And while we're here, we'll skip to morning for your viewing pleasure. So it looks like a bit deeper mud here. Oh no, we're good. Let's get through here. And we'll follow this road a bit because it doesn't look like there's any turn-offs yet. So the further along this road we can go, the more of the map that we will reveal towards the watchtower, up until a T-junction like here, where there may be two different paths to get there. We need to stop looking at the wooden bridge. Here we go. There we go. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Right, so here looks like we just turn right, and we go and explore this area here. It wouldn't surprise me if this path here leads to the watchtower, but we'll definitely find out which path we have to take after we drive this little mountain up here. So basically, after we've unlocked the map visually with all these watchtowers, the next point of call is to fix all the broken down areas like the bridges and the rock slides and the power lines. So fix all that up so we have access to the safest route possible. Because the fastest route is not always the best. So quite a lot of rocks on the road here, so we'll slow down the speed a bit, as these can easily damage your suspension if you're going at top speed. So the watchtower should be just behind here somewhere. So let's have a look at the map. Yep, so if we go here, turn right, looks like there's deep mud here, but Paystar should be fine. And then another left, and that will take us to the watchtower. So yeah, if we had chosen to go up this way, it would have been a longer distance, but it does look safer than what we're about to go through. So one of the options we would have in this situation is to just turn around and go back to that other path. I think the Paystar can do it. Okay, the mud doesn't actually look as deep as I thought. Up on this slope it looks a bit deeper though. Just here. Oh, never mind. The game is playing tricks on me. I like how there's like some wear and tear on the flatbed there. There's like, you can see like a circle with green paint that's been like splashed, and the indent of the paint tin that used to be there at some stage. And I believe believe this is our final watchtower, and we are making incredible time. We might even be able to deliver those concrete blocks to the fallen power line. We will see. Watchtower opened. Meteorology data discovered. Local entertainment discovered. Alright, we want to do the cinematic because they are cool. Alright, that basically shows the work site behind us. Alright. So there's another trailer up here, a Scout flatbed. So this one I don't think we can tow with the big truck that we've got. I think we need a Scout vehicle for that. Yeah, this is what the entire map looks like as we've unlocked all of the watchtowers. So we've got a bunch of things that we need to get done now. We need to work on these rolling power lines, the wooden bridge, mountain bridge, rock slide. We need to recover that truck. We need to get these upgrades. Then we can start working on the tasks and eventually the contracts. Alright, so let's head back to the garage, I think. Oh no, we'll head to the warehouse and get the concrete blocks for the power line. Now the path to and from the warehouse can be a real pain, especially if you don't have this truck. So buying this truck is a necessity. Especially if we're going to be towing concrete. So, let's have a look where we are. We're here. So we could go down here, this path here, and that will lead us over to here. Now this is a swamp, very difficult to get through, and I can see a trailer there. I believe that's for a quest. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go down this path here, onto the road here. Then we're going to ignore this way here, because of that swamp area. Actually we could... Yeah, no, we'll take the main road down here. And then we'll bypass the swamp. So we're going to want to go that way. Keep following the main road up until... because we've got this roadblock here, right? So when we come around here, we're not going to be able to go through here. We can come through here, or we can cut off road early and go down here, which I think is probably the better option. So we'll go off-road here, and then up this path, and then we turn left when we get back to the main road, and then left again, because the mountain bridge is out. And that will take us to this path here, which leads down to here, and then to this tarmac, and that will take us to the warehouse. Alright, so a bit of a zigzag, but I think that's the best option. And we are very low on fuel as well. Let me just check. Because there's a fuel station here. But yeah, we might not be able to get to it in time. We'll start making our way towards the warehouse. And we'll see what our fuel is like shortly. We may have to divert to the gas station. Or the server, as we call them here. So I keep reducing the speed whenever there's rocks on the road there. Yeah, this thing's chugging 10 litres of fuel in a minute. Right, So that sign says warehouse to the right, factory to the left. So it's still nowhere near the fuel station. Sign of a rock slide here. Yep, some rocks on the road. Just go a little bit slower over them. Turn all-wheel drive off just for a bit while we're on the tarmac, save a bit of fuel. Back on uneven road, but tarmac's just here, so we'll keep all-wheel drive off. Because yeah, once all these obstructions on the road are repaired, the game gets a lot easier. Alright, so here... yeah, we have to go through here regardless, and if we go to the fuel station we'll have to nip through this way to get fuel. Alright, so all-wheel drive on. Yeah, gas this way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'd be able to quite possibly make it to the warehouse, but there's no chance that we're going to be able to make it to the warehouse, load up concrete blocks onto the trailer and make it all the way back to the fallen power line, because we have to take a certain path to get there, because we can't fix it from this side. We have to fix it from the side where we repaired the bridge in the first episode. So we have to go around the long way basically. To this T-junction here, we'll have a quick check on the situation on the map. Alright, so if we go for the fuel, we've got 2 more waypoints and then we have to turn right up here. So I might put that there for now, just so I remember to turn to go get fuel. And this is all because we're playing it more realistically too. We could have just gotten to that last watchtower and then recovered back to the garage to refuel for free, and that's at the click of a button, but playing more realistic. We need to be accountable for our fuel, which has just turned red in the actual fuel tank. The fuel level on the bottom left hand side of the screen is not quite red. It's very soon going to be red though. Let's get through this thick mud here. Plow through it and use a bunch of fuel that we don't want to be using, but so up here we have to turn right, and that can take us to the fuel station. Oh, look at that mud kick up. That is awesome. So up this way. Yeah, essentially if we can't make it to the fuel station on this tank, we have no choice but to recover, because the only other vehicle we have is completely broken down. So we're going to try our darndest to get to the fuel station and refuel. So yeah, our fuel level has gone into the red on the bottom left hand side. So we've probably got about somewhere between 2 and 3 minutes left of driving before we run out of fuel. there as quickly as possible while doing as little damage to the truck as we can. We've made the tarmac, which is good. That means the fuel station is not far. We're going to take a left here, and this road will take us straight to the fuel station that we have not discovered yet, which you can see it up ahead. That building there is the fuel station. There's a little bit of a zigzag on the way there. That's fine. Alright, turn all-wheel drive off and just let it roll down the hill a bit. Alright, all-wheel drive back on for this rough terrain. Nope. We'll slid a bit to the right there, but that's fine. All-wheel drive off, and we will make this fuel station, which is great. So that fuel trailer there, that massive trailer, is for a mission a bit later. Alright, so refuel. I actually think it's quicker pressing the refuel button rather than holding it to completely refuel. Right, so down that way we can't go because of, look at that, a fallen power line. So we need to head back up the road here, and then we need to chuck a right just before the mountain bridge, and that will take us up that path that we just went, and then we can start heading back towards this way. Alright, so I'm not going to put any more markers because I do know which way we are going. But if you're still running the map, definitely use your markers. And based on the time, we might not be able to get the delivery done in this episode, but we should be able to at least get the cargo. And we can drop it off in the next episode. So the next episode can be all about fixing the damaged road. You can see the watchtower up there on top of those rocks, which we'll be going past in a minute. Oh, that's our turn there, because there's no bridge there. We'll drive on. No wide vehicles. Do not follow sat-nav. See, I like the little details that they've added. Like little signs like that. Yeah, the few little I wouldn't even call them complaints. The things that I would prefer were different in the game. Would be like the recovery button. I'd like there to be like a hardcore mode, like apparently there was in the previous game, but I never played the MudRunner game. There's a hardcore where you had no recover button, and to make it more like essential to refuel. So like if you went into the garage, maybe get like repairs or basic repairs, but like if you needed heavy repairs, maybe your vehicle had to go into the garage and you wouldn't be able to use it for a certain amount of time based on how damaged it was, and then having to, I mean, maybe have a fuel pump at the garage, but have it as a job that you could do on the side to actually deliver fuel to your own fuel pumps. So like eventually they would run out and you wouldn't be able to refuel there until you go and get more fuel for it. Besides that, the camera's a bit wonky when you get into tight areas. Instead of like zooming in when there's an object impairing the camera, it just sort of flies up into the air and looks down, just like that. It can kind of be distracting when you're trying to traverse a specific route. Right, so that's the warehouse to the left there. Let's turn off all-wheel drive here. Alright, and there's a trailer here that's empty. Oh, apparently we've been promoted. Oh, that's because we got experience from finding that trailer. We hit rank 3, which is great. Alright, so we want concrete blocks. So bricks is the first thing that comes up, so we're going to skip to the next one. Concrete blocks, that's what we want. I want 2 of them. Yeah, concrete is a hell of a lot heavier than wood in this game, so... So from what we've carried in this Let's Play, wood would be the lightest, followed by metal and then the concrete. So let's just have a quick look here. Yeah, we are actually going to be going past the garage here, because we're going to go left here, then we're going to go down here, and then left there, and then into the garage, because we're going to drop off the trailer that's right next to us, and we're going to sell that. And then we're going to follow this path here, and turn right there, and then hit the power line. Alright, so, I'll grab this trailer for free. So it's going to make it slightly more difficult to... Oops. To get through, because we're going to be carrying slightly more weight, but this little truck is a beast. It'll barely feel it. And the other option is we can keep this trailer and use it later. However, I believe that in this game, when you sell something, you actually sell it for purchase price. So if we were to need it later, we could just buy it for the same price that we sold it for. So you don't get punished for selling and buying later. Alright, so let's put on the all-wheel drive and we'll attempt to make it back to the garage. So yeah, you can see that the base does starting to struggle with this weight now, because the mud is slowing the vehicle down. But it is steadily getting through without low gear or diff lock or the winch, just all-wheel drive. It's a very capable vehicle. So this is basically one of those choices in the game that the game doesn't actually tell you you can make this choice, but picking up this trailer, we didn't need to do it. But it's going to provide us with a little bit more income. And there's our garage right there. Now we just got to get through the tricky mud up ahead around the corner here, and we'll be home free. We're going to hug the left side of this mud, just in case we need to use the winch, which wouldn't surprise me if we do. We're going to low gear and diff lock. Oh no, we're powering through it. Try and aim for the higher bits of mud for as much traction as we can, less water to fight with. Alright, look at that. Even full of concrete with a trailer. This thing can plow through. Let's put automatic and all-wheel drive off. And we have successfully made it back to the garage with the cargo to remove that fallen power line in the next episode. And we found a truck to recover later, and we've opened up all of the watchtowers. They've progressed quite nicely during this episode. And I know there's going to be episodes in the future where we're just going to get stuck somewhere, and it's going to be annoying. Alright, so the trailer store. So basically you can buy and sell trailers here. So right now we have the sideboard trailer attached. So if we just click that, we can go sell. And now you can look at all the different trailers that you can get in the game. And then you can just buy them as you need them. But for now we don't want any, so we just want to sell that trailer and move on. Preferably without taking out this side of the fence. Alright, and I think we'll leave it there. We've gone just beyond the time for this video. So, thank you so much for watching. This has been Crispy, and happy trucking.